Hey guys, WhipChip here with a brand new video. Now today, I'm going to be showing you guys my custom LEGO Wojira ship. Now this ship was from Season 14 of the Island of LEGO Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu, and this was built by Ronin in the canonical universe to steal the Keeper's money and gold and rubies. So I thought when I saw it in the TV show that it was a big enough plot to make it in the sets. First, let's take a look at that Wojira. Now you can see Wojira's design is super cool. I used a dragon head at the front, which was actually pretty fun to construct after building so many dragon heads officially from the LEGO sets, like Ninjago sets. It was fun to build one myself. And I'd say I did a pretty good job at this wooden rustic design. It was super fun because I built it all around this one cannon piece so it can fire off that bullet. But you can see I used some of these cylinders for the eyes to sort of get that nice glowing look. It was really fun though to build this. It is very fragile though, so there is that. It definitely is not for the plane of Ninjago, but it was really fun to build. As you can see, the other side looks pretty much exactly the same. You can also just see all of the different bricks I used to construct it. Moving down, you can see I really like this like wooden area. Again, in the TV show, it looked like just a boat slapped on with a bunch of like wooden parts, so I tried to emulate that as much as possible. You can also see in the back that we've got some of these spikes. Now these are made using the big ugly rock pieces in brown, which I was super happy to find out that I still had some left over. I thought I'd clean myself out. But no, these pieces are super useful and really look good for this project, because you can see it does look like the spine, and I was able to use 3 of them to get sort of that tail. You can see that the tail, I just have a couple extra spikes, and something also pretty cool about the spikes is you are able to move them, which I thought was a pretty big play feature that needed to be in this set. Moving on, you can also see that I used a string to tie them together. That was made using like a fire hydrant rope. You can also see I've got a lot of gold on this deck, and I was super happy to put this gold on just because it was sort of a big part in the TV show, and I felt like you needed to have that. You can even take one of your minifigures, say Ronin, and put him on to sort of load up the ship with the gold and about ready to run away. You also have enough room on the top. I added this ladder, and there's enough room on the top to put Ronin steering the ship wheel, which is pretty fun. You can have him going up to the ship, as well as a little bit of deck space. You could add more gold if you wanted, but you have enough space on the top to put Ronin, which I thought was a pretty big detail that I needed to have in the set. You can also see this window right here was pretty tough to build. I don't know if I like it per se. It's a little too blocky, but I didn't know what else to do to get that sort of framework design. There's even enough room to store a minifigure down here, which you can just see again, example Ronin. You can store a minifigure or more of his booty there. Arr, 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 arr. You can see that, again, this head was really fun to build. Again, I really like doing that. Now, the hull itself was really cool, too. You can see I added some of these rings. Again, they were in the TV show, so I tried to do everything that I could like the TV show. It was pretty fun because those rings in yellow was in the Friends Advent Calendar on an Advent Calendar day, and they had 6 rings, or they had 3 rings per bell, and there were 2 bells, so I was able to do it on that side as well as on the other side, which is really cool. You can also see I added this ladder on this other side, as well as, again, I have that whole deck area. Now, the main thing that I thought was needed for this set is the play feature. The play feature where Wojira takes Jay away from the ninja. And that is with these claws. You just push off on this like Technic lever, and it pushes it forward, which is really cool. You can see it kind of is getting stuck in the grass right now, but it works really well on carpet and stuff. But yeah, I was super stoked because I was able to get one on both sides, and they work really well. This is definitely one of those things that I was just really happy to implement, just because it was a big play feature of the show. Now, for the bottom of it, I used a really cool building technique, or at least an illegal building technique. Man, this thing is just full of illegal building techniques. But I used that one technique, well, you'll be able to see it on screen, where you put a plate and then with the tubes. It really it makes a lot of sense, but it's hard to see with the angle I have it at, just because I don't want to take this thing apart. But yeah. Now, this thing is, again, like I said, super fragile. The head's very fragile. The hull's very fragile. But I think it ends up looking really good. And I can't wait to put it in my display. Now, for the other side build of this set, we have, like, this little grotto area. I really liked building this. Like, I think I liked building this more than I liked the actual sea monster. I tried to, I guess, capture the same look and feel of the little jail cell of the Spider Queen in that one Sandy's Boat set. I don't own it, but I just kept that in mind. At the front, you can see I just have the thing surrounded by water, as well as some sand coming off of the beach, which is pretty fun. Little terrain builds are definitely more my style. You can also see I just added one of those like candles. I actually got that idea from the lighthouse from Hidden Side. Again, some more gold, as well as like this little torches. I really enjoyed putting the torches. Again, just like I said, a lot of little details from the TV show. I also enjoyed a lot using all of like the different rock elements. That was really fun to try and build up some landscaping. Again, really like those torches. You can see just the look from this side. Pretty hard to see though with like the sun. Again, very odd lighting. But you can see the other side, which is pretty cool. And then the inside, you can see that I've just got sort of these two areas. No ladder for anyone to get up there, but they didn't have that in the TV show, so I'm fine with that. Then if we turn it around, you can see the inside. On the first floor, you can see I just got a torch, some gems, rubies, a sack, which was supposed to have some gold. I lost it. You can also see a plant. And then the bottom floor, another torch, as well as a treasure chest with a key inside. Now, I really don't know why there's a key inside. Nothing special. I just had that in my minifigure bin with a key already in it. So I was like, hey, why not? Now, if I wanted to include Cole in this set, which I probably should have, you can see that I added a play feature for him, which you can just sort of flick this missile, and this rock comes out. I thought out of all of the ninja's elements that this would be the easiest to implement in this set, so that's why that's there. For the minifigures in this set, of course you'd have to have Ronin. Now, Ronin in this season uses his design from the Ninjago City Garden set, which thankfully I was blessed enough to get earlier this February, or whenever it came out. Now you can see that this guy is really cool. I really like this guy's design, and of course you'd have to be in this set. I would also include his bucket of gold, which I thought would be a perfect inclusion or accessory for this minifigure, which you could also plop around anywhere in this Wojira build. I would also include a couple of his henchmen, like mechanics henchmen, or just like henchmen in general. I like this guy's design. This guy's also pretty good. He uses a face from Lego City Adventures, which is pretty good. Again, very useful figure to get. You should just buy a lot of those mechanic faces, mechanic henchman faces, and torsos and stuff. You can see this guy has a jail suit underneath. I thought that was perfect for this. You also have another one, which is this guy is probably my favorite. He just looks like someone that would be in Ninjago City, or like a criminal in Ninjago City, so I really like him for that. Now for the good guys in this set, I would include Lloyd Montgomery Garmadon. This guy is super cool, and again, only comes in 2 sets in a poly bag, and I feel like you'd have to come in the biggest set, as this season is kind of his season, more or less. Now for his mask, I just bent it to get sort of that mask look where it's bending down. I would also include Jay, just because, you know, Jay was the one that Wojira kidnapped in the first place. I feel like that's kind of a needed character for the scene/set. You can see I again just keep all of the standard stuff for Jay. I haven't done anything to his mask yet. You can also see I would include Nia. Nia only comes in 1 other set, so I feel like she's kind of would be a great minifigure to include in this set, just as if this set was released, then this would be sort of an expensive set, so she would semi-stay exclusive to that bike, just become in a more expensive set. And then, of course, I would add Twitchy Tim. Now, when I was looking through my bin, I found these, like, dual-molded olive legs, and I thought they were perfect. I also added nearly headless Nick's hairpiece from the Great Hall. I thought that worked better. I was inspired by the Lego magazine that they released. But yeah, this guy is the exact same from my video with everything else. So if you wanted to watch that, you guys should probably go and check it out. Again, just a needed character for the scene. But yeah, that'll be the minifigures of this set. Definitely, I would wish that Lego would include all of these minifigures if they ever did decide to make this set, but you never know. Overall, I had a blast building this. This thing was super fun to build, and just a really creative design from the TV show itself. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.